Well, we all know as candle makers, there's one thing we can never get enough of, and that is fragrance oils. Today, we're going to do another review of a new, well, fairly new candle supply company, and I wanted to share some of my reviews of the products they sent to me for sample and review, talk a little bit about the company, a little bit about the oils, and if you follow throughout the rest of this video, I'll also mention a couple promo codes that you might want to use if you'd like to check them out and sample some of the fragrance oils for yourself. Hi everyone, my name is Wade Thomas. I am the owner of Black Tie Bar and Candle Company, and of course this YouTube channel. If you are interested in learning any more about candle making or following along for other candle making supply and product reviews, learning about how to run a candle business, or anything like that, feel free to hit the subscribe button below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that little bell icon that will turn on notifications for you anytime I post new videos to the channel. So thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. The company that we're going to be reviewing today is called Shey Candle Company. That's S-H-E-Y. The owner's name is Lindsay, and this company is based in Chicago, Illinois area, which is great for anyone that's kind of in the Midwest, or you're typically having to have all your supplies come from across the country, whether in North Carolina, California, Florida. This is nice to have something here in the middle. There's not a whole lot in the northern Midwest area, which is great because it can help a lot of you save on some shipping and supplies. Even though I'm only focused on candle fragrance oils today, they are planning on adding some other materials down the line. We're talking waxes, we're talking vessels, wicks, dyes, and then of course some accessories and candle making equipment like pouring pitchers and things like that. But their focus right now is the fragrance oils. But again, they are based in Chicago, Illinois area, so just keep that in mind if you are looking for something a little bit different or closer to home. Also, very important to mention is that this company was started by a fellow candle maker, which is great because as a candle maker, we know what we're looking for in a product. We know what kind of price range we're looking at, we know what kind of quality we're looking at, and what type of fragrances work well in the industry. So the fact that this is started by another fellow candle maker is a great benefit, so keep that in mind as well. Now, the name of this company, Shey Candle Company, was actually named that way to honor Lindsay's mom. It's a combination of both of their names. I know as fellow candle makers and business owners, we like to sometimes know where we come up with these names. You know, how do we come up with our business names? And so I just wanted to share that little bit of information with you. So another important thing that I discussed with Lindsay is, as we talked about her oils, is how she comes up with the oils. What is she looking for? She wanted to make sure that she was getting quality performance in various range of waxes. There's so many wax types out there these days. There's paraffin, there's palm, there's coconut, there's soy, there's beeswax, there's blends. There's so many different options out there, and I know I just ran through a handful of them, but I was told by Lindsay that they have a focus on making sure that it performs well in these popular various waxes because so many candle makers are using these various waxes these days that you want these oils to be versatile. So she said that every single oil they use is tested in the following three waxes: Coconut 83, 6006, and 464. So you're getting a coconut blend wax, you're getting a paraffin soy, mostly paraffin heavy blend with 6006, and then you're getting all soy in 464. So it's great to know that all these oils are tested in all three of those waxes. For me, I'm testing them in just one basic wax today, which is roughly a 50-50 paraffin soy blend. Just because I was looking for more of the aroma and things like that, not necessarily testing for wicking or anything, but it is nice to know that it is tested in various waxes. Also, every one of their oils are skin safe and phthalate free, which is something a lot of other suppliers are trying to move to as well. But it is nice to know as a newer company, they've got that in the front of their mindset, and that is something they are going with from day one. So all of their oils are skin safe and they're all phthalate free. Before we move into the actual review of the oils, I want to mention that Lindsay has offered a promo code, and I will link it in the description below. I'll show it here on the screen, but the code is just WADE15, W-A-D-E 15. So that will get you 15% off of your order, and that promotion is good. That promo code is good from 10 days from the day that this video posted. And again, I will have that linked in the description below. Okay, so the reviews that we're going to be doing today, oh, and I should clarify real quick, I did mention that they are a newer supply company, which means that they don't have a ton of options yet, a ton of stock. In fact, I think they're around 10 to 12 different oils right now, but they're focused on good quality oils at a good affordable price, and they're doing a lot of diligent testing. And again, they are new and upcoming, so keep checking back, but there are 10 solid oils right now that I believe are available on the website. But by the time this posts, there may even be more. So again, they are just kind of growing as we speak. So you know that down the road there will be several more options to choose from. Out of the 10 that were sent to me, we're reviewing 5 of them today because I wanted to get a video post and I didn't want to wait a couple weeks longer to thoroughly test all of the different oils. So we're going to start with the ones I've tested today. 5 that we're reviewing today are Bamboo and Orchid, Bergamot and Cedar, Black Currant and Patchouli, Mango and Coconut, and Red Currant and Sandalwood. And one thing I really like about what they've done with the name of theirs is that they're not cryptic names. They're not necessarily just kind of fun, playful names that you have to try to figure out really what it's supposed to smell like. They're really straightforward and blunt with their options. So again, Bergamot plus Cedar. They're letting you know what these fragrance oils are supposed to smell like and what the main note profiles are in them. And then if you can be creative with whatever you want to call them yourself, I like the fact that it's very transparent of what you're actually buying. I really like that. Sometimes it's tough when you hear some of those crazy names from these other companies that you have to try to dissect exactly what that is, and you're kind of gambling when you sample it. So I do like that. That's something, that's just a preference, but it's something I really like. So how did I go about this testing process? Well, if you've seen any of my other testing review videos, it was very similar. So I basically poured 5 testers, and I did use dye in each one of them to make it easier to kind of keep them distinct from one another. I used a 9% fragrance load on each one of these just to be consistent. I used a 50-50 Parasoy blend in all 5 of these. And I also used a few various wicks just for testing purposes. But again, it's not necessarily what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to make a perfect candle or test for a perfect candle. I really am just trying to evaluate the fragrance oil and how it seems to throw in an average wax, and also what it smells like a little bit more in the air versus out of the bottle. First one we're going to talk about today is Bamboo and Orchid. Now, I just did this in kind of a light brown color. I really could have done this in any colors. These are not colors I necessarily would recommend. I just, again, did them to keep them distinct from one another. The Bamboo and Orchid, I have to tell you, was probably the one I was looking forward to the most out of the bottle. It's just a type of scent that I really like. I like bamboo scents in general. I've also mentioned in other videos that I actually don't mind most florals. I'm actually kind of fond of a lot of floral scents. There are a few I really don't like at all, but I like a little floral mixed with things. So the Bamboo and Orchid, it's really hard to explain what it smells like, but it was very strong in the bottle. And I was really looking forward to this one. And I still really enjoy the smell of this one. However, I didn't get a greatest hot throw out of this one. Now, it could have been the wicking that I used. It could have been that it didn't really set long enough. I did give these about a week to cure just in case. It just wasn't as strong of a hot throw as I was expecting it to be, because like I said, the cold throw is great. Out of the bottle was strong, but don't hold me to that necessarily. Of course, you'd want to do your own testing, but the fragrance is really nice and pleasant. It's just so it wasn't as strong as I thought it would be, but that is often the case with some of these kind of plant-based or light floral notes like a bamboo. They're not always the strongest scent. So it wasn't that shocking, but I will tell you, out of the bottle, this was my favorite one. Now the next one we're going to talk about is Bergamot and Cedar. And this one I went with kind of a greenish color. I could have went with a yellow or a brown as well. Now if you're not familiar with what bergamot is, it's kind of a lemony flavor. Earl Grey tea has some bergamot in it. I love that scent. I love the fragrance and the taste actually of bergamot. So I was looking forward to this one as well. And I wasn't sure what the cedar would do, but it basically just softens it a little bit so it doesn't smell as strong or as lemony kind of. This one was kind of the opposite. I expected this one not to have that great of a hot throw. Some of these kind of bergamot scents that I've tried before from other suppliers did not have a very good hot throw. The hot throw in this one was actually surprisingly strong. So I had this in the largest room when I was testing, and it filled the room just fine. I had no problems with hot throw on this one, which again, I'm not expecting a hot throw to be an issue with most of these oils. They are quality oils. Again, I really do enjoy this one. I will say, maybe it's the cedar mixed with the bergamot, but it almost has kind of a spearmint type fragrance, which I don't mind at all, but it's definitely not like the other bergamots I've smelled before. It's definitely toned down and changed a little bit, and it must be the cedar, but I really do enjoy this one. And again, this had great hot throw. So next on the list is Black Currant and Patchouli. Now, I got to tell you, not a patchouli fan. It's really polarizing, patchouli is. This kind of reminds me of that incense kind of dragon's blood type fragrance. In fact, I have dragon's blood, and this is very, very similar to it. Although I think I like it better than the dragon's blood that I've used before. This is very kind of that potent patchouli, musky smell. So it is polarizing. It could be something that some of you love and some of you just can't stand, but that's just the nature of a fragrance oil like this. Not a favorite of mine as far as my personal preference of the fragrance, but again, it is really strong. The throw is completely fine, so no issues with this, just not a personal fan of it. The next up is mango and coconut. I like a lot of fruity scents. I do like mango. I'm not a huge coconut fan. I've talked about that before as well, but coconut mixed with things I really do like. So santal and coconut, for example, one of the newer ones from Candle Science, I do really enjoy, and it kind of grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but it definitely grew on me. This is definitely a little more coconut for me that I noticed than the mango. Personal preference, I would have liked a little bit more of the mango over coconut, but again, that's just me because I don't necessarily like coconut all that much. But I will also say the cold throw on this one, now the cold throw on all of them is great. That's more of a kind of dependent on your wax type. The hot throw, again, for me was okay on this. Just moderate at best, but I also noticed that is fairly common with your light fruits and your coconut fragrances. So most coconut fragrances I've had have always been on the kind of moderate level, with the exception of a couple, like the santal and coconut was pretty strong. But again, I am using a 50-50 Parasoy blend. It's not the strongest hot throw wax. It's not the weakest. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. It does a good job with most scents, which is one of the reasons I like it, is it's pretty versatile. But you might find that this throws exceptionally in the wax that you're using. And again, as I mentioned before, talking with Lindsay, is they test all of their oils in various waxes, and so they wouldn't sell it if they weren't confident in how it performed in soy or coconut or other waxes as well. It just wasn't as strong for me as some of the others were. I really do like this fragrance. Even not being a coconut fan, I did enjoy this. That hint of mango really helps. The last one that we're going to talk about today was arguably the biggest surprise to me, is the red currant and sandalwood. And I have to say, this was the strongest of the throws, hot throws for me. And I actually ended up liking this one the best after I had burned the candle. Out of the bottle, not so much. It was just kind of average for me. It smells like some of the other currant oils that I've tested. Like I said, out of the bottle, the bamboo and orchid was kind of the one that was drawing me in the most. But in testing, this ended up being my favorite. It also had extremely good hot throw. And no matter where I put this, I could smell it easily. I'm not a huge fan of sandalwood by itself. I think it's great as a mixer, and it is a perfect balance between the red currant and the sandalwood. Perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about this fragrance oil. Now again, this could be a polarizing type of fragrance because it is got an aggressive, potent kind of punch to it. If you have tested any of the red currant fragrances before, like I have, this one is my favorite one that I have smelled. Absolutely love this one. I think they nailed this one. The others are good too. This just happened to be my personal favorite. If I had to kind of recap these real quick, my personal favorite was the red currant and sandalwood, and then I'd have to go with the bergamot and cedar. Then it's kind of a toss-up between the mango and coconut and the bamboo and orchid. And then lastly, just because the patchouli would be the black currant and patchouli. That is my review of the actual oils. Great job, great balance. Love the fragrances. They all do seem like very good quality oils. So let's talk about that now. Let's talk a little bit about the business side of things from Shea Company, the oils, pricing, things like that. I'm going to bring up their website here. That they did a marvelous job on their website. The graphics look great. All the important, pertinent information about the oils is on their website, like the note profiles, whether or not there's any vanillin content, the flash point, etc. But they did it in a very nice, simple, clean, easy way. The website's very easy to navigate. The pictures look great. I really like the names of the oils. So overall, just aesthetically, it's just a really nice looking website. Now let's talk about pricing. So I find them to be kind of in that mid-range zone. For the 16-ounce bottles, most of them are between $22 and $26. So if you're familiar with Candle Science, they're kind of somewhere right in that range, which is a pretty good range to be in because you're getting good quality without breaking the bank. And that's kind of what we're looking for as candle makers. So great job with finding a good spot to fit in the market there. There are oil companies that sell them for less, or if you buy in 2 or 3 pounds at a time, they're substantially discounted. Then there's fragrance oils companies that are much more like luxury oil companies where everything's a much higher price point. You're talking $40, $50 and up for a 16-ounce bottle. So these are nestled right there in that kind of balanced zone that most candle makers are looking for. They do sell on their website 1-ounce samples. It comes in the 10-pack. and I think that's for around 20 bucks or so. So if you are interested in checking out these oils or any of the other ones, I would encourage you to check out their website and consider purchasing that sample pack. And if you do that, don't forget in the description, I do have that promo code WADE15. That's W-A-D, that is W-A-D-E 15. I just misspelled my own name. That's embarrassing. Again, it is good for 10 days from now. So whether it's going to be the sample pack or if you just want to try any of their other products, jump on that soon so that you can take advantage of that discount. I want to thank Lindsay for offering promo code to all the viewers on this channel. If you did want to try them out, that promo code is for you. By the way, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not getting a kickback or commission or anything like that. These are just honest reviews that Lindsay has sent me asking for my honest opinion. And just as a courtesy, she's offering a promo code for all of you viewers in case you are interested in trying out the products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Definitely check out the company. Again, I will have all the information linked in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And I'm sure Lindsay will jump on the video and answer any additional questions in the comment section below as well if you have any. Plus, you can always visit their website and contact them through there as well. So once again, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you all next time. Thank you.